If you've ever watched a toddler explore pebbles or roly-poly bugs and get so excited by what they're discovering, that's not something that they can really recreate indoors with toys that have been handed to them and created by an adult. If you watch an older child who has spotted an animal or identified a plant or figured out how to use a map and compass, there's a real sense of accomplishment and self-confidence that they get from that I think is really special.
And as far as anything that he sees, he can look at it differently and know that it's not just one thing, that it's a part of a whole chain of events.
We know from all kinds of learning research that kids learn better when what they're learning can be somehow connected to their realities.
The environment where we live, the environment impacts all communities, and we impact the environment.
It is everywhere, everything that we do, and again, who we are and where we go and what we decide to do on the weekends. I mean, all of those is encompassed in the environment, the world around us.
Right there. Where? In there. Hold it. Oh, just let him go.
Sorry, I'm afraid of bugs.
Oh, but they can't touch you.
Environmental education is just good education. It really builds learners' skills. It encourages them to think in multiple perspectives. It builds those critical thinking and problem-solving skills as we move forward, and it's relevant.
No, you light it, and then you can light that part, and then when it's still flaming, and then you put it. But if we put
this is a powerful tool to motivate and impact kids, and that's what we're seeing.
I am the quietest out of everybody in the group, and this program has really helped me improve my speaking skills. Every day I'd be shy. I wouldn't even think about just being on TV, and now I did it. I got to show my parents too.
And it's rooted in science, it is related to literacy standards, and it's cross-disciplinary. And when you put all of those together, it really is a way to allow experiential education into the classroom in a formal setting, particularly as we move forward with an education reform agenda.
As educators and school districts, so it's teachers and school districts, and everybody looks at the standards and says, okay, so how do we enact these standards? How do we get them into curriculum and into the classrooms? One of the ways to do that is through using environmental education as the content, the meat and potatoes, so to speak, for a lot of those concept-based ideas that are presented in the standards. So that's where I think that the teeth for environmental education really can come in.
Quite candidly, I don't think the environmental literacy plan would have happened without CAEE there guiding and leading the way.
The real purpose of this plan is to help bring together and create kind of a strategic network of all of the different environmental education opportunities that are out there for teachers and for students.
And I think the key is there's so many programs out there, there's so many people providing EE that it really allows us to be better statewide at what we're doing, but it also allows all the little guys to get the word out and to grow and to thrive through that connection, to connect with each other, to network with each other, to build partnerships.
I think CAEE over the years has grown a lot of credibility, particularly down here at the Capitol, as a voice that's important in both education as well as reflecting a constituency that's important to the citizens of Colorado.
For the Denver Foundation, community change happens when nonprofits are at their best, when community leaders are built, when professional development is offered, and when nonprofit professionals are really connected to their missions and to their community. And that's exactly what CAEE does, and that's why we love to support this organization, because they are on the ground working with the practitioners so that the practitioners themselves are better able to do their job.
What's the difference between an environmental problem and an environmental issue?
Well, when people talk about leadership or capacity building, lots of times the audience's eyes glaze over because they don't really know what that means in reality. But in reality what CAEE does is create a network of knowledgeable, informed environmental education providers who are really doing that boots on the ground work. But if we don't increase their ability to deliver environmental education in a really meaningful way, then we really haven't served the audience very well.
CAEE has really influenced what we do on a day-to-day basis. In fact, at our office, we have posted up, we have our mission statement, and then we have the guidelines for excellence in environmental education, so that as we build new programs, as we take what we're doing, we have that framework to build on.
I do check to see, I work with Katie to see the membership list from CAEE, to see if people who are approaching us, if they're members and if they're involved and engaged. And it's not necessarily part of the selection criteria, but it shows that they're really committed to environmental education. They're investing staff time and resources to be a member and to really be up to the latest standards of what's happening in the field.
Well, I think the most important reason that I've been able to help support CAEE in my corporate career has been because CAEE has a very expansive look in environmental education. They do not have an agenda.
CAEE is the voice that I often turn to in order to get a feel for the pulse of where the field is at and what ideas might be out there that we should learn from.
From our perspective, one of the things we really appreciate about CAEE and what we really support is that professional development and training and support for those out working in the field. They just are helping to grow the field. We know that an investment in them is really going to be an investment in all of their members and kind of strengthening programs throughout the state. We know that the programming and the support and resources they're providing to environmental educators is going to have that ripple effect of greater impact with the students.
$1,000 to CAEE will feed out into the environmental education community in ways that you can't even begin to imagine, and impact so many more kids and so many more citizens.
We work with tons of nonprofits that we never would have met if it weren't for things as simple as the barbecue or teaching outside the box, the conference. So I think that there's tons of value added. That yeah, we would be out here doing things without CAEE, but we wouldn't be doing them as well. We wouldn't be doing them with others, and it wouldn't be as cohesive as it is with an organization like CAEE.
It's really important to the field that we're welcoming and we make these opportunities relevant to all learners and structure them so that they meet the needs of the communities that they are serving.
We could be playing basketball or going swimming or going out with our friends, but we choose to make a difference in our community and with the environment.
Where they come out, they think there's nothing there. And within minutes into the activity, they're screaming and squealing and they're grabbing you, saying, come look at this, oh my gosh, I found this. And then
The planet is a place of the heart. You know, it's our heart that connects with the beauty of a tree. It's our heart that is affected when we see a sunrise or a cloud formation, or we feel the rustle of the wind, or whatever. Kids are beings of the heart before anything else.